Hi, everybody. I'm going to go, give me just 1 second. I need to go over here real quick on Facebook to change the setting because when you do it through Restream. Hi, everybody. I'm going to go, give me Facebook to change the setting because when you do it through Restream. Hi, everybody. I'm going to go, give me Facebook to change the setting because when you do it through Restream. Hi, everybody. I'm going to go give me Facebook to change the setting because when you do it through Restream. Hi, everybody. I'm going to go give me Facebook to change the setting because when you do it through Restream. Hang on just a second, and then we're going to go. So now I'm back there, and let me go over here to Instagram, and we're going to start Instagram. And we're going to do a live. I'm going to figure all this stuff out one day. I'm going to be amazing at it. You know. Okay. So, hi everybody. I am Shannon. I'm with the Mystics Corner, and the last couple of days, I'm going to share this because the last couple of days with this full moon in Leo, and we have Venus and Pluto. I think Venus and Mars, or Venus and Pluto conjuncting. There's so many things that's happening, and we're moving into the energy of the 22222 energy that's going on, and so wow, I have like a lot of so this morning when I woke up, I was really contemplating about anger because anger had been showing up quite a bit in my space the last few days, and I said, okay, anger, I want to just sit with you. I want to you're trying to tell me something that I'm missing, and I just really want to hear you. I want to hear what you're trying to teach me or tell me or to understand about you, because evidently it is important to you that I hear you. So I was really setting with anger, the feeling of anger, the experience of anger. Um, and so anger started talking to me, and it started showing me as some of the things in childhood that I was disappointed. I was disappointed in people in childhood. There was things that really, how do you say, was kind of I don't know. It was disappointing, and so I, my anger was telling me, talking to me about the disappointment and the people from the past, and I still had that with me, and so man, there's so much I want to share around this whole process, but um, so for me, this full moon has really brought me into this place of looking at myself and really exploring it from a different way than I used to. Instead of anger, I'm taking anger and just exploding with it, or taking it out on somebody, or being I don't know how to explain that part of it, but it's just you're just expressing it and taking just dumping it on somebody else, and it really is not even their experience. It's mine. And sitting with that and realizing, wait a minute, I still have some triggers around it. I'm still being with it and everything. And then I began to realize, wait, I've had so much in my experience as um, I've been doing this for 30 something years. And, you know, I saw something today that, oh, people are hating, they hate me or hate this. It kind of goes into that anger again. It's like, wow, I remember going through that, but now it's like spirit always teaches me this. Spirit always teaches me when I sit with things and starts telling me, when people are hating on you or angry at you or it's that place anger, it's even spirit, and spirit was really on me this morning around it, talking about um when you're in that anger space, really what it is you're needing control. You're needing that control. It's ego wanting to be in that control. Ego needing to be right because it's anger. But when you take and start looking at yourself and asking anger, where'd you come from? Be with it. You're having a conversation around it and you start looking at it from a different way. And the way that I did it this morning was come from a place of compassion with my own self. That I have been being controlled by my own anger, my own experience of life, which has been controlling me. And I'm like, wow, I've been going through this betrayal over and over and over, all the way up to this to the day. And I realized, wait a minute, wow, anger, you've really been my driving force or my that part of me that's been needing to be right or needing to have control because of people in the past, people that's disappointed me, people that's betrayed me, people that's used me, people that's whatever. And I really looked at it and I just really sat with it even more and more and more. And I started loving it. And I started looking at myself and it's like, wait, Shannon, you got to love yourself enough to let yourself off the hook because you haven't done anything wrong. You've allowed that situation. You're still playing out that situations from your past and it's playing out. And and I'll bring it into the hate part of it because not everybody's going to like you anyway. And one of the things that I think that came back again when spirit was talking to me this morning, spirit really talked about Buddha and Buddha being attacked and his disciples come to his rescue to wanting to attack this person. And Buddha's like, no, don't, because it's not anything about you, it's about them. And it's their own ego, it's their ego that's needing to be right or needing to have that space. And so in our own compassion, in our own place, in our own being, when we look at ourselves and we say, okay, wait, I have to stop and love myself because things that happen in our lives, there's bad things that happen to us, but we can turn those from being this terrible thing into something that is very powerful. You know, um, I've been doing this a long time. I've been called witch. I've been called all kind of things. I've had people say nasty things about me. All of these things, that jealousy, different things, and I used to take it personal, but I don't anymore because it has nothing to do with me. You know, and I can't, I, in my own being, as I work in my own happiness and my own space, I could either allow it to be in my anger because that's a trigger for me, or I can say, wow, you're right. That's yours because I can't change you. I can't change that. I can't change that. But what I can change is the way I love you. And I can love you for just where you are, because your ego has nothing to do with my happiness. Your ego has nothing to do with it. It's only me that chooses that. In my life, and being on this path, it's a lot of responsibility. I know sometimes I could say, oh, I could check on you, or I could check in, or I did things like that over the time because people come to me for encouragement or support or healing or and all of that. But at the same time, it goes into that place of, wait, when I am, you would know somebody has a call right in the middle of it. When we are in our own power, and I don't know why I have a lot of pressure in my chest talking about this, even talking, because it makes me feel emotional, and I feel like I may have to go back in and look at my own grief around it, because it could be part of my experience about, wow, people have strangled me or people have taken that, and I have to get away. um, I have to allow myself to breathe. Let's put it that way. Uh, but when we start really walking, and this is what this moon energy was about. It's like, wow, wait a minute. I'm gonna start something new. I gotta look at things in a new way, or a new definition, or a new place, or a new things, to empower myself. And I'm 54 years old, and I feel like I've lived 15 lives in this one life. And there's been a lot of tragedy, and there's a lot of things, and I should have checked in on them. I should have looked. I should have done more. I could have done this. I could have done that. But really and truly, you did your very best. You did your very best that you could do. And when we can stand in that our own place, and oh, you can't hear the audio. Maybe it came back on. Did it come back on? The phone rang. Let me see. Oh dear. Let me see. Maybe was that better? I may have to go out and come back in. They may have to come out and go back in. Because it's still showing that I'm still good and everything's good up there. But anyway, I have also the Instagram over here. For some reason, I have to get somebody to help me with the Restream. I can go on my Instagram from the Restream, but it puts it in a larger um, cycle. Um, yeah. So. Yeah, there's so many things I want to say and share, because I think sometimes even my own path, I have to voice it myself. I have to express myself. Um, and I think this is the way I want to start doing it, is start expressing and sharing my journey, uh, through my expansion, through the way and how I experience life. Because I used to allow myself, I used to people please a lot. Let me tell you that. People pleasing, and selling myself out, and we can talk all about that. Um, but the thing that really showed up for me today is about anger and hate. To hate or be angry. Once I got angry, then I realized, oh, I'm hating somebody. I'm doing this, and it's like, oh no, 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 no. Let me sit with this anger. Let me hear what you have to say, because you're teaching me something. You're showing me something incredible. And that, I think that's the place I really wanted to share with everybody. It's like, wait, when you feel anger, sit with it. Sit with it, and then love yourself enough to explore it and hear what your anger has to say. Because ego's going to keep us into play with it, because it gets a payoff. Anger, because anger is about control and manipulation and many other things, and we're only doing it to ourselves. Because the other person that we're most likely angry at is probably not in our space or situation or anything like that. But when we go in and start letting ourselves off the hook, and that's hearing our own self, because a lot of times we're like, oh my God, I cannot believe I allowed myself to be betrayed by this person, or hurt by this person, or angered by this person, or anything like that. It it really puts us on our own path, and that's how we show up in our own relationships. We'll find people, like for me, I'm notorious for finding partners that are unavailable. That means they're safe. They can't hurt me because I already know they're not available. And so I've been really working with that within myself, by working with my own heart, my own energy, and saying, wait, Shannon, you deserve, and you're worthy, and you have somebody that you choose to have, somebody to be available to you, and you're available to them. And that's very important. I don't know why I've got all this. Now it's up here. Now it was down here on the bottom. Now it's up here. It's like, ooh, I don't know what it's gonna fix and come out, but ooh. Um. So love yourself during this time. We just had Valentine's. Be your own Valentine's. Be your own Valentine's, because it's very powerful. This moon has been very powerful to really look at ourselves and starting. And I have to understand, wait, I got to let go of these people and spill it. um, and I'm speaking my truth. I've been holding back a lot of that space with myself. It says my sound is off, but I don't see my sound is off on the Instagram. I'm gonna have to go out and then come back in the Instagram. Okay. Uh, and then go back up here. I'm gonna go back over here because there are people on the Instagram that is okay. Maybe that'll work with the Instagram part of it. Uh, I did. I just went back out and come back into it again. Um. So anyway, and I think that's what I want to do, is start speaking my truth on here, and start letting people hear part of my journey and my process about what is occurring with me, and like the letting go process, the grieving process, um, how how to navigate some of the things because we have so many pieces and components to ourselves, and maybe there's somebody out there that needs to hear what I have to say. Maybe they can find some peace in their own life because I can tell you, life itself is beautiful. It's magnificent. Even the tragedies, even the hurts, even the pains. Man, it's right here now. Um, but the most powerful thing that you can do is really listen to your own anger, to your state of feeling disempowered because somebody says something to you. Um, and really truly step into that and look at it. Wait, I'm a powerful, powerful being, and I love myself beyond measure. And there is nothing in this world that I cannot choose to do because I have to choose it. And once I choose it, I can move forward in such an incredible way. Such an incredible way. And yeah, I just wanted to get on and we'll do some more. I want to talk some more, but I just wanted to get on and share today my thought or my conversation with spirit. Sometimes my conversation with spirit, and I'm going to explain that it's not necessarily words, it's my emotions or feelings or experiences with the energy, and it's a state of knowing. Um, and the best information I get is when I'm driving, and sometimes that's not the ideal place to be recording because it can cause a lot of things going on in there. But yeah, over the next few days, I want to share some more, and over the next month and so because I think it will help me in my own expansion, and it will help somebody. There's somebody that needs to hear what I have to say. Um, because I've had a pretty incredible journey to get to where I am now, to get to this place of wait, I love being in this space. And no matter what my outside world is, if my inside world is calm and has compassion and love, the outside world cannot affect me. It's like loving myself and reiterating, I am Shannon, I am Shannon, I am Shannon. I am here, I am present, I can create. And I am very grateful for my anger that showed up. I am blessed by that. I am blessed by the betrayals in my life and the things that the disappointments, because it got me to this moment. Um, I am. How do you say? I am grateful for all of my villains. I think that would be a good way. Anybody that I think is my villain in my life that I've had from my past, I'm very grateful for them. I am very blessed that they've been in my life, um, because they've taught me so much. More, I guess. Now looking back on it, I have, yeah, um, yeah. I don't know. I feel like, um, yeah. I feel I'm going to leave it here, but if you're still dealing with anger, or anger is showing up, just sit with it and ask it. Give it permission. Let it tell you its story. Let it show up. Let it teach you. Let it teach you, not beat you, not make you less than. Because you are more powerful than that. And when you let things go, when you let it go, when you unhook yourself from it, man, the flow starts happening. Man, I just felt the flow come in earlier today. It was truly remarkable. When I allowed myself to unhook myself and let myself off the hook, where I said, wait a minute. Cindy, you've been beating yourself up over this for long enough, you know. But yeah, look for some more of these. I'm going to be doing more and more of them, about my life and how my journey and how spirit shows up in my world. Because spirit, like I said, spirit loves to talk to me while I'm driving. We drive and have conversations. I've had some amazing conversations with spirit. And maybe I'll get somebody to ride with me and have conversations. That's one of the best, and do live videos from driving, going on journeys. And if y'all see these bruises, I have to take a medicine for a couple of more months, and then I'll be off of it and on to herbs. The mystic car ride, yes. Yeah. So anyway, I want you guys to know that you are loved beyond measure and you are an incredible being. There's nothing in this world that can stop you. You have to just choose to be you. Be your authentic. Take all the mask and everything that you put on for everybody to please them, take it off and let the world see the true you. Let yourself see the true you, because sometimes we put so many masks on, we forget what we look like. We forget it. Right away to Doug. But I am learning to tell myself to wait, talk about it tomorrow, and then tomorrow I'll say, tomorrow, then I'll feel better. Yes. And yes, we do that. We do. But a lot, yeah. Being a Libra, I have to weigh everything out. I have to get all the, what do you call it, the bugs worked out of it. So anyway, back to love yourself enough to take the mask off and be empowered. You are an incredible being. Such an incredible being. And have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. The sun is out. The sun is shining. It's beautiful. I love you all. Be empowered. Do something kind to somebody today, like yourself. Be blessed.